Welcome back, everybody. I hope you are all having a fantastic day as you are watching this. My name is Tyler Wiebe. I am the owner here at Tyler Wiebe Fitness. If this is your first time watching, welcome. I appreciate you clicking on the video here. I take all of the information that is out there in the fitness industry, break it down in 10 minutes or less for you with easy to apply steps so that you can watch this video, you can take the information with you, apply it to your own fitness journey, and continue to work on the results that you've always wanted. If you are a returning watcher, then welcome back and welcome to another episode. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. And we are going to talk about how much weight can you expect to lose on your diet, because I think this is a pretty important topic to talk about, because a lot of times when you are looking at, what diet do I want to do, whether it's keto, paleo, you name it, we're always going, how much weight can I lose, right? We want to know what kind of results can I expect. And a lot of times you are really going to see some pretty bold claims. 20 pounds in 2 weeks, 50 pounds in 4 weeks, whatever the latest trend is. You're standing in line at the grocery store, you're looking at all these magazines, and you're seeing these big bold letters. Oh, I would love to lose 50 pounds in 5 weeks. That would be fantastic. But a lot of the times, once we take that step back, we look and go, you know what, that seems a little bit too good to be true. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but it is going to be too good to be true. I am not saying that you would not lose a lot of weight with a lot of extreme dieting, which a lot of these diets are, whether they're cutting out a full macronutrient source or you are doing hours and hours of cardio or barely eating any calories. A lot of these are going to lean towards the extreme end. And so when we are dieting extremely, it comes with extreme results. Typically, someone will jump into one of these diets. That very first week, they're all excited, they're getting after it, and they drop, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 pounds, and they automatically think, wow, this is really working. Like, this is gonna be fantastic. Well, again, I do apologize for bursting your bubble, but what happens is a lot of times when someone starts a diet like this, they're dramatically reducing their calories typically than what they are normally consuming. And so when that happens, we have this drastic cut in calories. Well, we are going to lose quite a bit of water weight right at the beginning. And so the reason for that is when we consume carbohydrates, they are into the body as glucose. That's when they're going through the blood, they're all happy. And when we uptake the glucose into the muscle, it is converted into what is called glycogen. Now, glycogen will bring water with it, and there will be about 3 grams of water per gram of glycogen. So we are going to have quite a bit of water in the intravascular cell. Well, what happens is when we reduce our carbohydrate intake quite drastically, which is pretty typical of most extreme diets, well, guess what's going to leave with all of that glycogen? All of that water. And so you are going to see quite a rapid drop in your weight, which isn't necessarily body fat. But from there, if that person, has quite good willpower, they're very dedicated to this diet, they're going to keep going, and most likely they are going to lose body fat. But what can happen as well is that the rate of fat loss continues to stay quite high. And when we have high rates of fat loss per week, we really are then starting to look at the potential loss of lean body mass, aka muscle, aka what makes us look good when we are leaner. And that is the last thing that we want to do. We are going through all of this hard work, we're dieting, we're tracking our calories, we're going to the gym so that we can look good, not so that we can look worse. And so we do fall into this trap a lot of the time, thinking that, hey, more fat loss per week is always going to be a better thing. because I am going to get to my goal a lot quicker. And who doesn't want to end their diet, start eating more food again? And that's totally understandable. But again, we want to come back to this idea of we want to look better when we diet. We also want to make sure that the diet that we are doing is going to be sustainable over the long term. Again, what is the point of dieting if we are just going to go right back to where we were before the diet? Because the type of diet we are doing is completely unsustainable to our lifestyle. And so ideally, when we are dieting, we don't want to slash whole macronutrients. We don't want to slash our calories by 50, 60, 70%. We want to find that deficit where we can still have a life, we can still enjoy some food, we're still gonna have carbohydrates, good energy for our training sessions, and we are losing right around 1% of our total body weight per week. That is kind of the median goal, if you will. Now, we can certainly be on both sides of this and still be quite happy with our progress. Typically, my minimum cutoff is right around 0.6, 0.7% per week. Really depends on the client, how their week went, sleep, consistency, a lot of those things which we always go over in our check-ins, up to, at the maximum, 1.5% of total body weight per week, okay? So we have minimum about 0.7, 0.6, maximum 1.5. From my experience, what I do find is that for the most part, over the course of a diet, let's say roughly 6 months, the majority of people are really gonna land right around that 1% if you do a rough average across the whole diet. So for the most part, that's gonna be right about 1 to 2.5, 3 pounds, depending on where your starting point is, okay? If you find yourself over that 1.5%, it may not be a bad idea to either A, add in a little bit more food again to slow that rate of fat loss down, or B, reduce your overall activity, whichever one you prefer. Personally, I always like having a little bit more food. I do enjoy that food. And so being able to eat maybe a little bit more if your fat loss rate is a little bit too high can be a great thing. But guys, that's going to be it for today. So remember, 0.7 to 1.5% of total body weight. We do not want to be above that or below that, because then the results are a little bit too slow. So if you are finding yourself below that, then it might be time to make some adjustments. That is going to be everything today, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you're getting all of this fantastic information 10 minutes or less so you can apply it to your life and get the physique you've always wanted.